Good morning, friends. Welcome to another day of almost daily meditations. I hope your Thursday is off to a good start. Uh, was thinking about something that we often say to each other about being blessed or feeling blessed, and um, what that word sometimes means. And I want to start with my quote, which is from Elizabeth Gilbert, who's an author. And she writes, "You have to participate relentlessly in the manifestation of your own blessings. You have to participate relentlessly in the manifestation of your own blessings." This is not like works righteousness, which is you have to work for God's grace or God's love. That's not it at all. But I loved what she said here about how we sort of have this active participation in what happens to create blessings in our lives. And to think about what that word means. Sometimes when we use it, what we mean is sort of luck or favor, um, or we feel good. So that means, we say, I feel blessed because things are working out the way we want them to. They're working out in our favor. They're, sort of happening the way we expect them to. And there's a little bit sometimes of when you hear people talk about it, it's like we didn't really do anything. It just sort of happened to us. It's like we won the lottery, and we didn't really participate in that. And if we look deeply into scripture and the Bible, the initial words in Genesis and other places that are translated into blessed often mean to show respect. So there's a sense of to show respect to God, and God then shows respect to his people. And the respect is given in life-giving life-giving things. So the things that are listed as blessings from God are food and relationships and children and you know sort of the marrow of life, that God gives us those things. And so those are things that how God respects us or blesses us. And then in turn we're to respect or bless God back, and that's often by following God's laws or God's understandings, or by living into the world of being righteous. And so that often means doing life-giving things like not stealing, not murdering, helping to care for the poor, and those different things is what that often means. So that's the beginning relationship in what we find in the Old Testament. Jesus defines being blessed by God as being in relationship with God, which again is about that sense of respect and that sort of deep understanding. And so maybe blessing is not always what we think it is. It's okay if you say, I feel blessed. This doesn't mean that you shouldn't use those words, because it can mean different things. But I'm just talking about in terms of our faith life, what it means to have those sense of God's blessing or to have blessings in our life might have more to do sometimes with our initiation of how we're respecting God or respecting others around us, or doing the things that are life-giving, or um, all of that. And so like we talked about in a previous time of doing meditations about gratitude and listing the things that we're grateful for. And one of those exercises is to make a list of 10 things every day, and you have to list new things, so you can't just say the same things. And when I talk to people, more often than not, they get down to these sort of life essential things that matter. And I think that that's a good way to kind of think about this, or even to be. And so maybe just think about today about how do you participate relentlessly in the manifestation of the blessings in your life, and the manifestations of the ways that you respect God's creation, and how you respect God, how you respect others by doing life-giving things or living in life-giving ways. And just what that means for us. The other part that happens is when we really start to pay attention to this, we start to see blessings abounding in all aspects of our life, all those different things that are life-giving, um, that are around us. We say that, you should count your blessings, but to think of all the different ways you can do that. One rabbi talks that we should actually uses the same word, relentless. We should relentlessly bless everything in our life. In other words, we should find God's love and God's respect for us in every aspect of our life, whether it be the food that we eat, the air that we breathe, the people that we encounter, any interaction we have. We should see them as blessings or as relationships or as respect that we get from God. Um, I think this is just kind of an interesting way to dive into this about what it means to live in that relationship, deep relationship with God, but to see the life-giving things and life-giving ways around us that are ways that God is respecting us, is blessing us, is deeply in relationship with us. Hope you have a great day. God bless. And we'll see you tomorrow.